You know what? I'm not a kitty cat person, but Stray meowed to me though, and has ever since it was first shown back in 2015 or 2016 if I remember correctly. Damn, I'm getting old, and so is this project. It's now 2022, about 6 years later, and I just finished it 2 months after its original release date. It was just something about the atmosphere of this game, the grit, the movements, the lighting and the design of the world, it just had me hooked. Even back then, Blue 12 Studio did Cyberpunk better than CDPR. Sorry, but not really. Seriously. Taking control of a feline little rascal to explore and jump around and witness whatever strange world they found themselves in was a big draw, not just for me, but lots of people. Good stuff, I'm not in a minority here. It's a strange thing to put in an introduction of a project like this, but I watched Luke Stevens' video about this game, and his reasoning about this game not being worth the money made me curious about the direction and quality of the game. I hadn't originally planned to get Stray right away when it launched, but my girlfriend gifted it to me like the angel she is, and I got to playing. I also gave her a copy too, obviously. So he started talking about the game, and I didn't hear any spoilers, but it kinda shaped my whole experience of this title. So let's take a look at this thing, together. If you want to play this game for yourself before you watch this, and I highly suggest you do, spoilers! I will be spoiling the whole game. We will talk about the design, we'll talk about the story in general, and we'll just do a whole playthrough and like a little review and analysis, just a fun project on my part. Know that this game is an adventure worth experiencing if you enjoy the act of taking in the sights, lore, a thought-out world, and a story that will definitely get you more than motivated to finish it if you just sit down properly with it. I feel like Stray defies most games with its quality. Its whole concept of the main character being a cat and the world and the lore. It is very intriguing. Play it. It's worth it. So from here on out, let's play the whole thing, from beginning to end. Nothing like a little weather to set the mood. Damn, this game is already looking good, the lighting really stands out. So this little minute-long prelude acts as an introduction to the controls, which are quite simple. And the cat's family, the crew, the gang, if you will. Did you know that a group of cats is called a clouder? Now you know. Playing and snuggling with your guys, you get so tired, I guess, and you just have to go to sleep. So far, the controls are easy, and steering this little feline entity doesn't feel bad at all. It kind of feels like every other third-person game, to be honest. It doesn't feel slow, it feels very responsive, and you can be quick about your movements too, which is key in having a cat protagonist. But after some well-earned snuggles, we gotta move on. It's not clear if we've been traveling for some time or if we've kind of spent a lot of time here as a safe place from whatever is around. With simple on-screen controls, we learn to jump on various surfaces and even run like a little zoomy boy. Wait, is this a boy? I just feel like he is. I just feel like most cats are guys, to be honest. I don't know why though. It really feels good to do zoomies around the place. Okay, but we gotta keep on going though. Man, what a bunch of pricks, just looking down on us as we fall into what they can only suspect is certain death. Fine, I'll show them. Let's find our way out of here and then up again. That's gonna be our one and only task in the grand scheme of things. And after gathering ourselves, we follow these gutters towards a door that opens, and what the hell are those? Oh, they look like those little red crab boys you find on rocks and stuff, but more fleshy. Bryobia Jesus, fuck my life. Bryobia proteosa. Clover mites. I don't know why I looked that up, but that's what they are. We follow them, as that's the only exit. And look! Verticality. I play around on some dumpsters and almost feel excited about what's to come, because there's a whole city waiting for us. So far it's been very linear, and that's been fun, but imagine the possibilities. While wandering around, you really get to witness the way the lighting works in this game. It's mesmerizing and so true to life you'd expect it to almost be ray traced. But it's not. This is only a tiny snippet of how well the game composes scenes, but I was already kind of impressed at this stage. I'm excited even. I mean, how many games do you play where you control a little dude like this? Not at the camera. Wait, not at the Yes. Yes, this will be a good game. Yes, it's details like this which makes me appreciate these types of games. The passion going into details like this are what brings a world to life, and the rest of the game is no stranger to this kind of dedication and focus. I will show you later. Oh wait, look at that. Light source showing the way. Easy, clear, and impossible to not understand, providing you've touched a controller or a mouse and keyboard, that is. That stuff is going to be important later, how they guide you with light and the shine of things. Many games use color and maybe a certain way of constructing and building their levels, but Stray remains open and will usually just have lights guiding your way when you need it the most. It's a comforting beacon, if you will, and I suspect this is one of the reasons why Luke from earlier found the game so mindless, maybe. This video is in no way shitting on his, like, I love his stuff. I love a good overlook of games, and I love listening to opinions, but I'm my own little guy, and I need to do my own research. I'm pretty sure I had the motion blur on max at this stage of the game, sadly, but I will turn it off later, so don't worry. I didn't know it was maxed out, but everything else from textures and shadows and effects and the like are maxed out. And this game is very optimized. I think when running this in simulated 4K, I didn't even use like half of my GPU. I'm running a 3080, but still. We jump across here and get the feel of how jumping will be. It feels really nice. You can hold the button down to kind of link jumps into one smooth sequence, but it's not that smooth, to be honest. It makes you stop between every jump, but it makes it easier for the player to precisely jump where they want to. Another one of Luke's complaints is the movement when it comes to jumping, but we'll touch upon that soon. I feel like I'm writing a fucking hit piece with how much I'm bringing it up, but I'm just trying to prove that this game is well worth the money requested. Wait, interesting. Literal directions to what seems like us. Wait, who knows we're down here? We've only been here a few minutes. Right after we get introduced to the pickup action, and this will be fairly underused throughout the whole game, but it's a nice addition. Oh nice, cut off the ventilation to some poor old woman, would ya? Man, cats are assholes. Ironically, you can just be an absolute dick right after this and toss paint cans down into the abyss and screw over whoever we're gonna use them. Good job. Of course, we push them all off because, well, it's fun. It's scary how much this game is gonna make me understand how fun it is to be an asshole of a cat. Oh wait, being an asshole paid off, but look at the mess we made. Ugh. Wait, gotta do the thing. You gotta do it, hold on. Wait, shit, another spot, hold on. Damn, I mean, cats make sense. We're fucking about, like, wait, no, we're being a cat too much. We gotta focus, let's get onwards. Whee! Okay, wait, for real? Those guys are kind of big. Whoa. They what? Let's talk to him. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, we head on. Whoa, wait. Shit! Shit! Safe. Someone obviously wants us here. But how and why and who? We're introduced here with a lot of gameplay mechanics that we're going to be using throughout the game, and it's a smart move. The player can explore and understand and get it at their own pace, and I do like this. It's an introduction after all. Now, don't think I'm so smooth-brained that I don't know how to do this puzzle. We need to roll this barrel to reach the upper levels, but I thought I could get on top of it and walk in the opposite direction to, roll it, but you can't. You have to be inside of it. I spent way too long trying to figure that out. Fair enough. Makes sense though. Less risky, but it would have been dope to just be able to do both. We're once again shown the way to go with 2 light sources this time. Like, we need to go here, but there's a light source here to help us get over there. It's nice, it's calm, it's good. I'm feeling the vibe. Nothing here is grinding, and I'm just having a good time solving these light little puzzles. Navigation is one of the big ones of this game, and it's always a treat with how you move and how the maps are laid out. But we'll talk about that soon. Wait, some kind of message. Why the hell is this here? Oh, stepping on the keyboard doesn't help. Shit. Man, look at this. The attention to detail here is amazing. It does make me like a game better when small details like this brings the world to life like it does. The actions, the posters on the wall, the early 90s vibe of the technology, it's a hit for me. We power off this network of PCs by finding power sources around the room, somewhat hidden, and it's perfect for showing us how to look for things later in the game. It's not hard to complete, and it's not supposed to be. This opens a door that leads us to a little friend. He or she used to work for a scientist who lived here, and it seems like they were looking at us through the cameras, awaiting our arrival in some way or the other. We can use B12 to do simple tricks like pick up things, hack certain objects, and give us a light in the form of a flashlight. A curious duo, but not one I'm hating. We also get fitted with a backpack to carry both B12 in a little pocket on the top of it and the items that we're going to be picking up. It's never shown that the items we pick up go in the backpack, but I mean, surely they have to go there, right? And when you put it on, you act like a proper cat, because of course you would. With B12 now accompanying us, we can examine items in the world and we'll like text and pictures and memories, but we'll talk about those soon. If we interact with any of these things, B12 will translate and talk about whichever object you wish. And do keep in mind, when I say talk, I don't mean physically talk. There's no human voice acting, and everything's done through text, which is a nice way to save money on voice acting. We escape by finding a code on a keypad and descend into the city proper. We find our first memory here, and these will be fairly important to get all of, or at least the story ones.
Wait, I remember. The outside. It feels like I've been there before. Is this where you came from? I promised someone I would go there. Promised who? This postcard, the mural was painted from it. Let's take it. Why do I have these memories? How did they get here? Let's keep going.
We approach this guardian, and B12 tells us they have their own language, but they can translate it regardless, apparently. I don't know how that works. He says we're not a Cirque, those fleshy little overgrown mites that wanted to chomp on our tender little beans, and that we're welcome in the city as long as we don't eat anyone. That sounds like a deal. From here on out, we are free. Little to no hand-holding, and all the freedom we can muster. This slums acts as a tiny world section, one of two, well maybe 2.5. Once we finish up here though, we cannot go back, so be wary of going too far story-wise. I personally spent a lot of time just talking to people around town, and by doing this you learn a lot about the world and what some characters might want, that sometimes being side quests. Most of them say something unique, but when presented with an item for example, that you're carrying, they can often all result in saying the same thing. That's fine though. I don't mind too much, but show it to the right person though, and you might unlock the next part of that side quest. You don't really have a way to track your side quests. You can ask B12 what you should do whenever you want, but the side quests like finding musical notes for the street magician, no. The side quests like finding musical notes for the street musician and finding all the items you need to buy this guy's stuff won't be entertained by B12. It just goes to show that the main quest is the true focus and that it's okay not to get every single side stuff done, because in the end it really doesn't matter. But I like that they dared to just have the main quest marker, effectively shortening the game length, like, to a lot of players, which most developers would avoid at all costs, and I'm looking at you, Ubisoft. I think Blue 12, and yes, B12 is a direct reference to that team. They knew they had something special on their hands and didn't want to bloat the great experience with too many like checkpoint activities throughout, and they succeeded. I think the main story is about 4 to 5 hours maximum, but if you partake in side activities, which I strongly suggest you do, it'll run you about 9 to 10 depending on your preferred speed of traveling around. I usually walked because I wanted to see all those tiny little details, and I'm getting old. I mean, I'm 27 now. I don't want games with no ending in sight anymore. I like with a show, movie or a book, I want the conclusion. I want to be able to finish the art and then form an opinion, have a reaction, conclude whatever journey I've been on, and that's that. Games like The Last of Us and the Half-Life games and The Witcher 3, though lengthy granted, and other story-focused games, they reach critical acclaim and word-of-mouth praise like no other. Like, rarely do I hear someone go, oh yeah, I grinded Assassin's Creed Valhalla and it paid off so well. Trust me, I did that, and I've never said that. To me, I need the conclusion. I need to have it all pay off to some extent, and Stray doesn't fuck around with that, but more on that later. There will be spoilers for the ending, like I said, so if you want to finish it on your own, you should. Seriously, it's cheap and worth every dollar. There are a few side quests here. Saving up cans and other items to buy the items that the shopkeep has, and gathering songs for the guitarist? Guitarist. English. They don't seem important at all, and ultimately they aren't. Like, they're not. You'd think this is a negative thing, but in my opinion, it isn't. The treat of those searches for those items are the exploration itself in this dense and strange world. That's the reward in most cases I found. Like, here in the slums you can relax, find memories, clues, lore, robots to speak to, and most of all, a little bit of mystery. We need to make our way up to that neon sign and talk to this robot who knows about the outside apparently. The Guardian told us about it. I eventually did after talking to robots who were holding paint across the rooftops. We spooked them at just the right time, and one of them drops a bucket to the streets below, spilling it all in front of this laundromat store, which we couldn't enter before. The commotion outside opened the door, and well, look, we have little white paw prints after stepping in the paint. That's nice. We steal some super spirit detergent from the shop. I think the shop guy, the trader, wants this for something. We go back and buy a music sheet for one can that we got earlier, and we get the electrical cords for the detergent that we got. For what reasons? Who knows right now. Wait, here's an electrician store or some such. Convenient with Elliot programming. Huh. A random lady outside this place tells us that a certain grandma makes clothing and she loved that wire we got on us. Okay. That electrical one. Okay. New adventures await. Most of the people we show that picture of this guy to just shrug it off and tell us we're insane and that it doesn't exist, but some tell that they wish they could leave. Wait, interesting. So not all think of the outside as a real thing. I mean, decades or more down here must have scrambled their brains. Wait, RAM? Hard drives? Here's Grandma, and she wants to make us a poncho if we give her this cable. I would say that's a fair trade. We're gonna look so dope. Yes, look at that. Thank the old lady. Now to equip it. You can't. Oh, that's very disappointing. I went around town to show it off to people in case some of them wanted to like put it on me, but no one even offered. Man, this is getting sad. I came to the conclusion that you cannot wear it. I kind of understand why cats are assholes now. Look at how fun this is. Now for a quick snooze sesh. There's plenty of like these little snooze locations that you can rest and like as long as you want, and it's very atmospheric with the camera often panning out and giving you an overlook and just vibe. It's a vibe. This whole game is a vibe. Oh, up here is a TV too. Kind of showing how the robots have their own little world that they even broadcast apparently. This place doesn't seem that big, but they seem to have a tiny world down here. We find a library not too far away, and the detail and the atmosphere never ceases to amaze. And when you jump on stacks of books, they fall off when you jump off them too. That's nice, but the physics of the books are kinda lacking. And another snooze spot. Another music sheet. We find some keys to a nearby safe, and we get to cracking after finding it. Oh wait, a notebook with a symbol on it. Strange. It's often hard to leave a location you find only because you feel like there's more to find, but we must meow on. And I fucking hate myself. On one of the tallest buildings in the area, there's a fan that spins really fast, but if we pull the plug on the power, we can break in and enter this apartment. Nothing too interesting here until I jump on a set of boxes and make them fall over and find another notebook. To be honest, this one, I got kind of a pet peeve with this. It's very difficult to find. Not everyone knows about this mechanic, and a lot of people are going to be searching a long time for these notebooks because yes, they are story related. This one belongs to someone named Sabaltazar. Sabaltazar? Zabalti. Sounds like a Pokemon. Sabaltazar. We got 2 out of 4 apparently, so the hunt is going well.
All trace of organic life has disappeared, except for what we call the zerks.
Damn, I mean, that's not entirely true though. Plants still exist. They're organic, and I'm pretty sure I've seen flies and insects. I mean, I get the point, but I'm just saying, and we're a cat. What, did they not know about it? Well, to be fair, they probably mean down here. Yeah, that makes sense. I just realized that now, while reading out the script.
They seem to eat almost anything that moves and breed at an inconceivable rate, as if being locked in this city wasn't hard enough.
So they were forcefully locked down here by the humans? Ouch. That's a top 10 anime betrayal for real. Oh wait, a bar. Nice. We can't wet our whistle here, sadly, but we find the employee of the month here. Good job, Jacob. You got this shit. Oh wait, it's the bartender. We talk to him and we show him the postcard, and further just pushes us towards this Momo character, because Momo is a real fan of that myth. Dang. Okay, I got it. You're all fucking blue-pilled around here. Great. Besides the musician, there's a safe that I haven't shown you, but in this bar, if you nudge this little piece of the outside world picture, you get the code for it behind it, and I sprint to open it. It's fucking exciting. Oh, another music sheet. That's dope, I guess. More tunes. Though I wish there was more cool things to find in this game. There's not a lot of cool items you can find, which is fine. It's just it gets a bit repetitive. Rest in peace, humans. Damn. Here, B12 starts contemplating death and the like. Strong thoughts and emotions are coming from this little robot.
Humans were the first residents around here. It seems that they're all dead now. What do you think it feels like being dead? I know it's silly coming from me, but are they actually at peace? Will I be at peace when I die? I don't know what death feels like for an AI. I'm sorry, I didn't want to break the mood. Let's move on.
Ouch. You kind of get the sense that this little guy or gal isn't fully ready to accept the eternal beyond, and that's kind of sad. They're afraid almost, it seems. We knock, scratch, on the door to the Elliot programming place and enter. Very snoozy. I had to. I'm sorry, I tried so hard to wake this guy up, but nothing did it seemed. Upstairs we found a tree that can live without sunlight. Some human ingenuity, apparently. Wait, how does this robot B12 know so much about everything exactly? Curious. They say they will take care of the plants, even though they don't need the trees to clean the air because it's what the humans would have wanted, apparently. They really cared and have the humans in high regards. That's interesting. But we fuck up Elliot's carpet and we go talk to him. He's very shaky, and when I noticed this, I remember the old grandma telling me that the poncho she made is effective as shit to keep me or a cold robot warm. Wait, do they have a cold sensor? What cruel person would code in pain for these guys? That's just rude. I show him various items, and he gives me some insight on the notebooks, like this symbol on them are from the Outsiders. That sounds interesting. They live on the upper floors of this area, and Momo knows more apparently. He's our main quest right now, so we gotta get to seeing him after this. He also says that some people trying to find an exit of the city, and that didn't go too well apparently. Wait, people? Not robots? I mean, that can't be a coincidence, the use of words here. We gift Elliot our poncho. He tries it on, and man, the drip! Stylish, but it's still kinda shaky. That's kinda sad. He now says we should come to him if we ever need something fixed. That's good, we got a freebie in this establishment. Okay, fuck up his coding, then we bounce. Also his door, I'm sorry man, I'm a cat. Wait, the cat breathes. Nice detail. I know it's a super common thing to add to a game, but this is nice to see. We do find this marking on a wall that reads, "We were programmed to be slaves." But since 2,544,875,556 days, we have a soul. Okay. Hope one day the Outsiders will find the exit of this hell. Momo. Wow, that's 7 million years. Is that it? Is that correct? Hold on. Yes, 7 million. No. Well, 6,972,000 years. So 7 million years. Is that a typo? That's insane. Is that correct? I know my math isn't too good, but according to this, they've been here for 7 million years. I mean, please comment if I did that wrong, but it's insane. And it's insane how cats have survived for that long, to be honest. Shit. Time to meet Momo. So close now. It's always a delight to run around. You don't have a free jump button like Luke wanted from the game, but I see that being a problem as cats usually make super precise jumps and always land on ledges and the like. Even an Assassin's Creed system would be hard to implement. It wouldn't feel like a cat if the cat just made even jumps all the time. And going up and down in equal measure would be hell to figure out control-wise. I guess Unity in Assassin's Creed had the up and down free run system, but again, cat. Cat, people. Cat. Jumping to ledges. Like, I don't see his argument here. I don't feel like another system would truly convey the power a cat has over its environments when it comes to traversal. It really makes you feel like the swagger. No, what's the line? It's just full of the exaggerated swagger of a 7 million year old cat race, you know? Momo complains about being alone. We should help. He tells us that we won't reach the outside and that is a waste of time, basically. I mean, ouch, man. Fuck you. I am getting out of here. And his friends apparently trying to get out and now they're gone. He gives us his notes on it all and wait, now we have 3 notebooks. We only need to find one more and we can maybe deliver them to him and see what he does with them. He says he's done with the outside and that he's given up. Man, we need to light a spark in his heart. B12 says the book says
we must go outside at any cost. We must protect our brothers and sisters. We must stay away from the Zergs.
Signed Clementine, Sabaltasar, Doc, and Momo. So we need to find a Clementine or her notes then. Okay, we can do that.
The city has a cylindrical shape of about 450 meters in diameter. There is a level above ours. The city seems to have a ceiling. If I believe my books, a big blue sky is hidden behind.
So, 0.3 miles in diameter, that's not too big, but it's still kind of big. And they're aware of their box prison. 7 million years. Damn, man. That's so sad. Oh, ball. Wait, music too. B12 reminisces about a Back Home 2 game. They can't really remember it, but think them and the scientist played it together. That's kinda sad, but also dope.
It was fun. I miss him.
Ouch. B12 can't even remember the scientist's name. That's fucking sad. Oh, there's a music sheet here too. Also some astronomical facts about Earth. Neat. Man, these robots really do like humans, and what was before, it's fairly obvious with everything they have on their walls and stuff. The symbol matches the symbol on the notebooks. Okay. We gotta get over there. Easy. Whee! More tracks first though. Also, some spins. More music sheets close to the apartment with the symbol outside. It's seriously making me feel good gathering all of these, like, the musician sucks ass, kind of, to be honest, but it's just nice. Giving, you know? The reward isn't too nice, but the joy of finding them in random places and nice places makes it all worth it. Oh, by the way, I should probably mention this. When you've seen me meow, if I've included that, that's been me hitting the, and I shit you not, the dedicated meow button. Yes, this game has a dedicated meow button. It's kinda slick. And yes, I try to sing along to songs sometimes. You just gotta do it. I can't find anything else to do here. I searched for so long and I still feel like I missed a lot, but it's a good feeling, but also a sad one. It feels like this world is brimming with shit to find or just look at. So let's get in. Oh wait, here's the notebook. Clementines. The last one. We got them all.
Everything is going according to plan. We managed to contact the upper level before the transceiver went down. They are in a place called Midtown, and apparently it's controlled by some kind of oppressive force. I talked to Momo earlier. His eyes. I know this look. He will not come with us.
There's also a note here.
I found a design flaw in the transceiver, but I think I figured out how to fix it. Here's the equation.
Now I can fix the receiver. He's so pissed about. Yes! Good, let's go. But first, the last song. Let's go. You can collect these throughout the game by doing various good actions for people or just stealing them or finding them. They're pretty dope. And yes, it comes with an achievement, of course. Momo is surprised that we found all of his friends' notebooks, and he soon gets to fixing the receiver once we show him the note in the notebook of Clementine. If he gets this shit going, it'll mean he can communicate with the people outside the slums, in the upper level apparently. Oh, he's back, and he's motivated, good. This comes with a downside though. He wants us to venture out into Cirque territory to install the receiver onto a radio tower so we can get communications up. I mean, I am the best person for that job, but come on, man. We go through, and the window locks behind us. Shit. Here we learn the mechanics of attracting the Cirque when we want to direct them to us or to a certain location. First time playing this, there was a little bit of an adrenaline boost about the whole thing. Luke Stevens kept saying the game is too easy, and I kind of agree, but I don't think the game was made to be a death montage of the Stray, if you will. I only died once during this whole game, and that was enough, I feel. There is enough tension with the Cirque, I feel. If even one of them latches onto you, you gotta shake it off, and it slows you down too, making you vulnerable for other attacks. I mean, it's good. I felt like it was well balanced and well paced. I mean, I've been playing games since I was a diaper full of shit, so I feel like I might have played it a bit better than what the average Joe would, but still, a good balance here in my opinion. Wait, there's a memory here. B12 says,
Neon and stuff wasn't always a thing. Energy caps were often implemented, especially in the slums. Not prioritised, no doubt. People eventually couldn't handle the darkness and energy restrictions, and someone just put up a whole bunch of neon lights around their house. They were taken away, never to be seen again. But people saw hope, and not long after, everyone started putting lots of lights in their homes. There's nothing the oppressors would do. It was a way for people to see colours again, like the outside. I think it helped.
so people were basically trapped down here. That's kind of fucked. There are memories all over the game, some important, some not. Lots of lore for us to latch onto and explain the situation of the shit going on. More Cirque puzzles. Shit, look at this place. It's being infested with these flesh-type infections of the Cirques, eating away at everything. I can only imagine the humans that once lived here that got consumed by these guys. Damn. We travel along and solve the puzzles, and we progress after some time, getting even closer to the peak, where the radio tower is. Here is an optional memory unlock though. It's fairly important for the lore, so be vigilant when playing the game, which you should be doing.
Nico Corp. They were responsible for waste management, as trash from the upper levels overloaded the slums. They tried to develop a bacteria to dissolve it all. After the humans disappeared, that bacteria mutated, growing, eating away more than trash. And now we have the Zergs.
It all started out as a good-hearted solution to the trash problem. And it seemed to be working, but something happened to the humans down here and they couldn't contain it anymore. Makes you wonder if this little fallout shelter held the last remnants of the human race. I want to get a drink in real life and the cat just lies down if you idle for too long. To reach the top, we gotta call the elevator, but Cirque ambush us as they hear the noise and the spotlights, I guess. So we have to evade them for a fair amount of time before we can escape onto and into the cage of the elevator. I do a round and another one and a few more, and I managed to evade them fairly easy, but I'm always at the edge of my seat, like, just in case I fuck up. Shit. Here we go.
Those look like stars, but they're only lights making the hermetic roof sealing off the city. Humankind built this shell to protect themselves from the outside, but it came at a cost. Nobody can go out. The outside was a disaster, completely barren, unlivable and dangerous. But if you come from there, it must mean it's safe again. And my promise wasn't just to go to the outside, it was to open the city. I still don't understand why some memories are coming back and others aren't. But I'm certain now this is my purpose. I have to open the city. Come on, let's go find Momo. Now that we've connected the transmitter, we should be able to get help.
Wow, okay. A hermetic seal. Well, why is that? A solar flare so bad they needed to get underground? A pandemic? Seeing as they had an airtight solution, it's not far-fetched at all. Humankind seems to have been on the last legs when they were down here, but B12 wants to open this shit up and I guess we'll help him. It's just gotta be done for the both of us. Little outsider, if you're reading this, that means you're still alive. Excellent. I took some equipment to the bar to take advantage of their antenna. Come meet me there. I've locked the window, but the code to open it is quite simple. It's... okay. B12? Oh, it's case sensitive too? Oh, fuck my life. B12, help me out here. Yeah, shit, even B12 can't get it right. Oh wait, okay, no, they did it. It's fine. We meet Momo at the bar and... wow. I don't want that to go untouched upon because the game has amazing, animations. If you take some time to look around, you'll see it and you'll appreciate it. You might not even notice it, which is arguably even better, unless you see some bad animations, of course. There's the occasional reset of animations or some turns that look weird, but I never had something stand out too much in my playthrough. I just love the animations in this game. A signal! We actually reached through to Sabaltazar. They're somewhere upwards from us on a higher level. And the sewers will lead us there apparently. The sewers. Cirques everywhere apparently too. This Seamus. How do you fucking say that? Seamus. I just had to look up a fucking YouTube guy to say that name. What the fuck? So this Seamus guy warns us and almost gives us a little threat to not go down there. Jacob the bartender explains that his father, the Doc, from the notebooks, used to be working on some weapon to fight the Cirques. He disappeared while trying to test the weapon and he never came back. We gotta get that weapon to progress and get out of this hellhole and find a way out. This notebook mentions a secret lab, so we gotta find it. Oh, The paint's still wet. Isn't this nice? Just following along and chilling. Gotta find another way in. Oh, before I even talked to him, I understood that there's gonna be a puzzle here with these clocks. How hasn't he understood that his dad was hiding something from him with these clocks? Like, come on, man. I guess his father didn't build him with enough RAM or like a high-end processor to compute this crap. Wait, how do you people reproduce? Wait, do they? Do they just build another robot when the time is right to have a new one join them? Surely there's enough scrap around, but 7 million years. They've gotta have looted this shit clean. Did we see people still looting? That's so weird. I don't think you understand how long 7 million years are. Like this. Like the Sahala... Oh, what the fuck? How do you... Sahelanthropus. This thing roamed around 7 million years ago. It's believed that our oldest human relatives, as far as we know them, like kind of intelligent and shit, originated from then. Like 7 million years ago. I thought 2020 to 2022 felt like a long time. Holy shit. He tells us it's suicide, going through with the sewers mission. But fuck you, Seamus. We show him the notebook of his dad, the doc. He finds out there's a secret room in their apartment, apparently. Well, we just solved the clock puzzle, and we're in. Look at that. See what I mean? It's quaint, it's easy, it's comforting. I'm on board with this. Though it is kind of dumb that he hasn't figured this shit out. I don't know how long he's been gone, but yeah. This is where he used to research Circ vulnerabilities. He's got them in jars and shit. We found a newspaper article saying that Circs now eat metal. They're a hazard for the population of the slums and the other safe zones in this fallout bunker. We also learned they react to intense light. Okay, that's a clue. Wait, what's in this? Oh, wait, it's a tracker, but it's broken, so we have to repair it, and I know just the one to help me. Elliot does it without even asking a single question and hope I get what I need with this tracker. What an absolute Chad. Wait. All these robots have names. Who named them? Did they name themselves? Did the humans name them before they died? Have all of these guys existed since humans died? My questions just grows deeper and deeper. I'm curious to learn what you guys think. Write a comment or something. Here we go. New area. We're going places. We got this nice little badge too, so the dog will know we're sent by Seamus, and so that he'll know we're a friend. We can't really talk to these people, and D12 can't either, so we just gotta take what we can get. This is the point where I realized I had the motion blur on 100%, and I immediately turned it down. I'm sorry. Oh, memory.
Look at how huge this wall is. I remember it was a symbol of the division between those in the slums and the Midtown. That and the fact that they kept throwing their garbage down here. What a horrible thing to do. Maybe that's why they failed.
Oh shit. No way up now. I mean, we gotta go. We gotta get nasty with the movements. We do some jumping and exploring, and we jump onto this cart and woohoo, baby! Oh, ouch. We then find a robot here, secluded from the dangers about, and he gives us a memory.
Scientists I used to work for always wanted to retire to a little cottage, fishing all day. Of course, that was not a possibility in the city, and nobody could have done that for at least 100 years. When we get to the outside, what if we find ourselves a little cottage with a harmless fishing rod and a lot of books? I think that's what the scientists would have wanted, but first we have to find the dock.
Damn, this scientist is getting more and more of a personality. Seems like a pretty cool guy, to be honest. Ah, look at those two. Shit, look at this game. Look at this game. So pretty. From my research and a little dig on LinkedIn, there's now 17 members on the Blue 12 studio team. There were only 5 back in 2017. It's insane what a tiny team like this can program, animate, design, and get to render in this engine. It's running on the Unreal Engine 4, by the way. From some other digging too, I found that this whole place, this whole city, is based off the walled city of Kowloon. Kowloon, I think, in China. It looks like this. Damn. Once the world's most densely packed city with about 50,000 citizens, spanning just 6.4 acres. The reason for their pick is that they really thought the narrow streets and messy designs of Kowloon would make for a cat's perfect playground. And I get it. I mean, look at what they came up with. This shit is mind-blowing. There's a power supply here, but it misses an item for now. We gotta go find it. Man, this place is really infested with the Zergs. I mean, look at this. There he is. With Seamus's badge, he quickly understands we've been sent by him And he tells us he came here ages ago to test his invention, the defluxer. But now he can't seem to find a way back to the town. We're free to roam around, and during this we actually find this tool. He says this thing can, and I quote, explode circ like confetti. Nice. We need to go replace a fuse because this thing needs 1.21 gigawatts. I don't know if that's a typo, but that's what it needs. Not gigawatts, but gigawatts. So, we need to replace the fuse to the generator outside, and then we can charge up this bad boy. I mean, we're faster than him, so that's why he's asking us to do it. We get backed up on our way back, and when we get back, he makes B12 a tiny version of it so we can, in case of emergency, blow these freaks up. He says it could malfunction and it won't last for a long time, apparently. Sparingly is the way to use this thing, so we've got a weapon. That's good. I didn't expect that, to be honest, in this game, but the action is a nice addition. We can finally fight back. Not that these Zergs are that hard to evade, but it's a nice change of pace. We follow the dock and open a door he can't get in by doing some light puzzles and... Whoa! Shit. Jesus, I totally forgot these Zergs will attack metal as well as flesh. Jesus. Wait, we trap Zerg behind metal gates and there's tons of metal around everywhere that they haven't eaten. A lot of fans have made up their own headcanon about this, and many of them speculate that over the span of so long, they're mostly just interested in things that move now, which does make sense, and I think I remember a memory or something earlier in the game that mentioned that they do go for things that move. We lead him back home, and he reunites with his son. The Guardian talks to us and says they now have a way to fight the Zerg, which I guess will end up with them upgrading this technology and defending themselves and maybe push further into the frontier of the Zerg-infested territories. I would hope so, at least. He says Momo is waiting for me close to the gate, the one close to the musician. We go there after meeting this freak-ass bug. This guy tells us that once we go through here, he'll lock the door behind us, signaling that we most likely won't be able to go back here. So we finish up whatever we want to and need to before heading onwards. Definitely locked that one. Momo tells us that since we have the defluxor now, we can find Balthazar. Going through the sewers without it would be suicide, as Seamus mentioned. I think that's the only proper loading screen of the game. Like, it's a faint of black, but still. It's impressive how they managed to cram so much detail and large areas without many loading screens, which, like, with such a small team. Damn, thought I had them. I don't know why they placed some of the circs in couples around the game, but it's weirdly cute, and it's always just fun finding them. This is the first time I almost genuinely died and I got super stressed out. We left Momo's boat to open the gate for him, but while trying to clear out this area of circs and gunk, I almost got ate. Look at this lighting. This game never misses when it comes to building up the atmosphere. In the slums it feels so adventurous and safe, with its kinda like tippy-tappy music, almost dancing with you and pushing you out to explore an adventure. The lights were saturated, the architecture was familiar, but now that's all gone. Now we enter like these proper slums. I don't think this place has a name though. It's dim, dark, flavorless, and eerie. We're equipped with a weapon now though, and by the looks of our surroundings, we're probably gonna have to use it. At this door, we can't open it any other way than manually. Momo opens it up, with all he can muster with his little robot arms, and tells us to go on and that he won't stop finding a way to find me. When you find Balthazar and Clementine, tell them I was brave. Why does this invoke feels in me? They're just metal. The walls inside this tunnel are covered with the gunk and flesh from the circ, so we're bound to encounter some soon enough. Get close enough to these sags and they'll hatch a whole bunch of circs, or you can zap them with your light and it'll do the same thing. Keeping your distance and being quiet is the best choice of action here, it seems. And after returning to a place where I destroyed some circ eggs, I find a secret tunnel and find another memory. B12 says,
The sewer system? Yes, I remember now. Clean water was scarce. The city was supplied by huge machinery that dug deep into the earth. Just like everything else, it was rationed out to sustain people during times of drought. The scientists showed me the blueprint of the water tanks. They are huge and could contain a whole building in them.
These little bits of lore that you find around the place really makes it all come together, and it gets you wondering more what happened to the humans who once lived here. I feel like this could have been a scene from Alien before I get face hugged or something. We do a lot of chase and escape here, and eventually move on after some action, and what in the cinnamon toast fuck? Okay. This is getting weird. I feel like I'm having some kind of fever dream. Like, at this point I was 3 pints down too, and I was starting to think I had to take it like an early evening or something, but nope. Those are eyes. Watching. Peering eyes on the walls. And it makes sense, kind of. I mean, the splooge that the circs leave behind, or like make is all mutated and it probably has evolved over many years. So there's bound to be like further mutations and like, well, evolution, right? It's dark down here, so bigger eyes have larger pupils, and it just makes sense, right? I mean, why am I digging into this far more than I should? We walk through this place where all the eyes are asleep, and when we turn on the power, they all come to life, and the Zergs know our location. They seem to guide them and talk to them, apparently, and wow. Run. Thank God.
It was dark. I was alone. It felt like I was back from the network. You saved me. Thank you, friend. Drawing that much power was rough on my core. The defluxer is completely destroyed now. We'll have to be careful.
No more self-defense for us. Shit. I feel like we just got it too. I had this weird sensation that the game would be less boring from now on, but I forgot about that when I stepped up towards a lonely man standing at the edge of this tunnel, or entrance, depending on where you're at, I suppose. Baladin here says Balthazar the Outsider is expecting us at the top of the village. Of course.
This machine.
The
Scientist
scientist
I
I assisted.
assisted used one of these. He was sick. last hope. He walked into the machine. I wasn't with him. He was alone. What was he doing? He uploaded himself into the computer, and then everything was different. At the upload, something went wrong. He was stuck for hundreds of years. Until a little cat appeared. Was it? It was me. I was a scientist. I was a human. I need a moment.
B12 was the human scientist he always thought he had been an assistant to. This is a little bit of a shock and really fucking sad. That means he was pretty much dead for many, many thousands of years, and assuming humankind fell not many hundreds of years after they got locked in, B12 says he was stuck for hundreds of years. There are no skeletons around. There are no traces of remains of any humans, and I think B12's memory is kind of messed up. Being like unplugged for so long, he's probably been gone or dead for millions of years, but just can't remember it. I'm starting to understand B12 a lot right now. This whole world is turned upside down and he won't converse with us while we're here in Ant Village. Not even memories, translations, or our current goal can be asked of him. We're just gonna have to give him some time and trek on, I guess. There's a few things to do here, like be a rebel, you know, like this. Scare the locals and step onto this branch. For some reason, you can climb this, but there's nothing there. There's no sleeping spot, no achievement, like nothing. just a path, I suppose. Found this super weird. What else have I forgotten?
I must have had parents, friends. What happened to everyone? I wanted to open the city, but is there even anyone left to save?
I suppose there could be humans hiding somewhere in the deeper parts of the city, but living off what? Eating what? The water pumps seem to be fucked. I doubt humans have been around for a long, long time. Don't you know not to interrupt a fellow during his transcendental meditation? Oh wait, it's you! You were with Momo when we received that call earlier. I'm glad to meet you, at last, little outsider. They seem to call us an outsider. I wish they called the cat outsider. That would have been dope. The outsider. Outsider, that's cool. You know Momo and Doc, so you're already familiar with us outsiders. I miss them. The memory brings me peace. Momo stayed in the slums. I heard you helped find Doc and Clementine. She's in Midtown now. If you still want to see the outside, she's the one who can get you there. Apparently she had some kind of plan to leave the city. Here, take this. I wrote her address on the back of this picture. It should be easy for a dexterous one like you. If you manage to reach the outside, you will be the very first. I wish you good luck, but you don't need it. I believe in you.
I'm sorry for shutting down earlier. I'm a human, probably the last in the world. Now look what's left of me. So much has come back to me. How much have I forgotten? Maybe if we find Clementine, we can restore my memories and get you back home at the same time. We can go back down and find out more from the companions or head onwards to Midtown.
I go from bottom to top again to do some weird things that we couldn't before, like get some memories, using a swing, find a Skyrim reference, and swallow some more lore, basically. And don't forget the naps. I'm starting to get a little confused about the time of events. Like, Sebalthazar says Clementine is trying to find a way out. Surely, if she had gone on for hundreds of years trying to get out, wouldn't she be giving up by now? Or are robots not affected by the desperation of like slowly decaying and don't take time into consideration when talking or acting or wanting? I still feel like the humans died millions of years ago, and these robots are just copying like big time by romanticizing the past and thinking it wasn't that long ago and the like. We leave after fucking around some more.
subway station. I'd completely forgotten this kind of transportation existed. You could ride to anywhere in the city. People used to take them to go to work. I used to take it too. Every morning, after saying goodbye to my family at home. I remember, I was doing this for them, but they're gone now. It's so long ago. They wanted to see the outside, but does that even matter anymore? What happened to them? What happened to everyone? Anyway, we're near Midtown now. Let's find this Clementine. We have this picture of her. We can show it to some of the companions around here. Maybe they'll point us in the right direction.
Looking at this metro chart, it seems like they had planned to leave at some point, as it clearly states that the exit is a place we can travel to. I don't think the plan humankind had down here worked out even remotely how they envisioned it. The Turing test legacy, the ethics of artificial intelligence. I recognize some of these. Did I have a library? I remember nothing was quite like the smell of books and the turn of a page. It was a feeling, almost like comfort. A book was like spending time with someone. Oh wait, I found this too. Metro is closed. Well, nice spelling error. There's actually a lot of grammatical errors with how sentences are often written, and I think this is because it's from a French studio. Most people won't notice it, but some people will, like me, that have like small pet peeves with that kind of stuff. Due to pandemic restrictions, please do not enter. Any violation of the rules can result in a heavy prison sentence. Like, surely it's in heavy prison result of heavy prison. That doesn't make any sense. See what I mean? So it's safe to say some kind of pandemic got the better of us all down here. Like, I wonder if COVID was an inspiration and a plot point added late in development. Like, surely, maybe, I don't know, that's speculation on my part. Oh wait, look, a robot kid. Weird. Is that the first one we've seen so far? That's kind of weird. Will he be like a kid forever? Will they rebuild him just bigger when the time comes? And at what stage do you do that? After 1,000 years? 10? A million? I found a little side location and rubbed myself on this person. That sounds weird to say. They hate it, but I get an achievement saying cat's best friend. That's fucking hilarious. Well, look at this. Clementine's wanted poster. She's considered a troublemaker, outsider, and rebellious. She can't have been here long though, since she hasn't been caught. See what I mean with the timeline? I just want to know, man. Give me the fucking timeline. Somebody break this up and give me the, like, from 0 to 7 million. Remember when I say this game was pretty? Well, it just got a whole lot better. A mix of some urban Japanese vibes with the close future cyberpunk designs really make this game shine. Speaking of, look at the lighting. This is all done without a single speck of ray tracing. Just screen space reflection on the mirrored surfaces, I assume, and a lot of good ambient lighting techniques used. This is a game that should have been the ultimate benchmark and would have been an absolute joy to use it for ray tracing, both for reflections, lighting, and shadows. Man, hopefully in an update, they can cram that in here. Please. Man, the bottles on these shelves, the notes on the mirrors, the specks of dirt, like dirty water along the mirrors here. There's not a single thing about the detail of this game that does not stand equally high as the next model. And the animations, the textures, the designs and art style. Like, I'm in love with Midtown, and it never feels like a single corner has been cut anywhere when you run around and explore the game as a whole. It's amazing. After exploring the town and finding entrances to some sewers, a bar, a little sushi place, like a clothing store, and finding yet another Skyrim reference, and finding a club, and after robbing a store clerk blind of his little pin, I find Clementine at the end of the city in an apartment complex area. By using the picture, we find her apartment number and symbols. We talk to her and explore a little and meet her at the little back room, and she says she wants to use like the old subway to get out. It makes sense. Like, it'll literally take us to the exit, as like we saw earlier. She has a key to start it, but we need a fucking atomic battery to power it up. Okay, an atomic battery. And this is some future tech shit. There's a factory nearby called Inigo Corporation, who might have one. She has a nameless contact that we should meet. He has a bomber jacket and a gold chain, apparently, so we'll have to find him, but that should be easily enough. I swear I saw someone like that at the entrance to this place, like, to town? At the back alleys, close to the shop we robbed. Or wait, by the sewer entrance. Well, we get a message to deliver, so let's go do it. While leaving this place, there's 3 little punks at the entrance to the apartment complex area that will give us a tape if we, like, help them fuck up some cameras that the Sentinels have installed around. Sounds like a sweet deal. So, of course we do it. Pretty easy. We just have to find vantage points and then jump down onto them and we're good. Takes a few minutes. Like, this game is far from hard. I mentioned it before. And I think that's on purpose. Like, I have no problem with all these little adventures being somewhat easy to figure out, and the lack of combat doesn't really bother me, because I don't feel like that's the core of this game. How do you even implement cat combat? Have you seen cats fight? Have you seen cats fight? You kind of can't expect a lot, like, from the combat. Like, you are a cat. It's right there on the box, but some stealth sections would have been dope, to be honest. That would have been, like, the perfect mechanic, like, for this game. And if they did that, this game could have been like the cat equivalent of a pacifist Solid Snake. Well, that's not true. We're not pacifist at all. We've been murdering like crazy. So far, we've only kind of ran from and blown up our enemies. But with a mechanic like that, we would have been set like a sneak mechanic. On my way to find the man we're looking for. Sorry, robot. I don't think they care, but it's obvious they have, like, genders, I guess. I slot the tape into a boombox that I find in the clothing store, and whoa! Wow, that is fucking loud. This stuff blew my eardrums right out when I played this the first time. The store clerk comes over and tries to stop the noise, but doesn't seem to manage. This is obviously something having to do with a quest, but I have no clue what I'm supposed to do next, so I just bounce while this music is on blast. And this is where I realize you can trip walking robots. It's a nice addition, a useless one, but it just proves my point that this game is rad as shit. The attention to detail is just mwah, chef's kiss. There's also a store here I cannot enter because it's been restocked. Some guy outside is complaining that his coworker isn't there yet. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So Blazer waits for us in this alleyway. We found him. We're heading into a well-guarded area, so we need to look the part. Well, Blazer here needs to. So we head out to find a worker jacket in the clothing store, which is, you know, ready for pillaging, seeing as the owner is still trying to figure out the boombox in the bank. There we go. Easy. The shop we couldn't enter earlier is a hat store, I just realized. Great. And we need to find a way in, so we have to get the coworker from the bar. And damn, this guy's wasted. We gotta wake him up. And after finding this well-placed crate of beer, you know, we do what cats do best. Being assholes. We run back and hide in the crate that the other guy is holding until we can get our well-deserved little ride. Makes me think, though, why isn't the other dude just lifting the box himself? I mean, don't do more than you're paid, I guess, but come on. He was just standing around for probably hours when he could have done the work himself in literally 30 seconds. Then again, live proud, king. We're in. And there's a fresh selection of hats here. Damn. 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 Damn, boy. There's a little hatch we open so we can escape, and we steal the hat and flee the scene of the crime with it. So we give Blazer some privacy, and look at the chap. In his Sunday best, looking good. I just hope this works. We are in. People don't seem to be bothered that I'm here. I can just wander around. Couldn't I have just... We could have just waited for the door to open when a worker comes in and just we could just get in. They don't care about cats. Why did we have to go through all of this? It's not like they care that I'm here. So that's what I'm saying. Stealth. We need it in this game. Oh, wait. They heard my prayers. Stealth. Look at this. It is the most basic avoid the line of sight stealth ever, but hey, it's stealth, I guess. It's an interesting change of pace, and we meet this guy who's lost his keys. I don't think I ever found them, which kind of sucks, to be honest. I might have to go back and play that, just because I just feel so bad for these robots, man. I gotta do another playthrough. And this is the place where I actually died for the first time. Yeah, the kitty got fucked, but wait, I stayed for a long time without pressing the button to move on, and it looks like it's still breathing? Either it's dying a very slow and painful death, or I'm like not fully dead, I guess. You cannot wait to get back on your feet though, so we just have to forfeit and reset and try again. We sneak onwards and try to find a way into the place where the battery rests. It's turning into a borderline heist mission at this point. There's 4 panels here that needs to be depressed all at once, and even though it's not a hard puzzle, it's still fun to just use the environment to progress. Oh shit, it's a setup. Well, we probably tricked an alarm. Let's get out of... Wee! Yay! On the way back, we now see that the apartment complex area is guarded off by the Sentinels. They are the police force. I guess I kind of forgot to mention that, maybe? I don't know, the script is it's way long. Something has happened here. Luckily, they don't give a crusty fuck about us sneaking through, though. Like I said, more stealth would have been awesome. But these Sentinels, guarding the place, will. So we sneak around them all and finally get back to Clementine's apartment. She's not here. Fled, no doubt. Only a coded message is left behind that we need to decipher. Even B12 is telling us to play detective. For B12 and the cat. Wait, I've written it like B-12 this whole script? Wait, is that not the right way? No, B12 is named B12 right here. Maybe Clementine is just a bitch who doesn't care about our little scientist here. Bitch. The answer lies in my stuff. And then there are 4 symbols. Oh. Okay, let's go find these around the apartment. Incense burner. My sensors can only detect harmless chemicals in a gaseous state. They can't recreate the calming sensation I remember. Like me, companions can't smell, so I wonder why they do this. There's also a message hidden under the container. It says, I'm with... Oh, we need the whole thing. The next bit is this stone, which reads Blazer. Okay. The next hint reads, come to. A mannequin with a cone on his head. Pyramid head reference, no doubt. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this game that I haven't talked about, but they're pretty funny. Like, just play the game. Play the game. There's like a dozen pop culture references. The last hint on this lava lamp thing reads nightclub. I'm with Blazer. Come to the nightclub. See? Little Sherlock over here. Nice. That wasn't that hard of a puzzle. Like, surely the authorities or sentinels could have figured this shit out. I mean, they're robots with intelligent AIs, for fuck's sake. That's kind of a... Or maybe they haven't been in here yet. I don't know. Balls. We can't enter the club, so we overheard a conversation about a secret entrance. Oh. So we go out back and actually find it and enter the club and we're grooving, baby, yeah. People are dancing rather awkwardly, but we snatch a drink and find an elevator for like dirty dishes, I assume. But we go back up for now to look around for Blazer and Clementine. And we're served with this little cutscene. They're up top. Okay, we need to get them. Or at least Blazer. So this robot at the dance floor has stolen a lever, apparently, and is willing to trade it for a simple drink. See, it came in handy. We install it on the right location and we ride the pillar up so we can, like, get around to the upper levels. But wait, we need to do the thing. I will not disappoint you. Here. There's a little puzzle here to raise and lower these metal lights into the right position so we can get across, and I do it first try. Like, I don't even have to think. I think the developers didn't intend for me to do that, but so I don't know. I was really fucking excited, but it also made me feel like I was like the whole thing was a bit lacking. My fault for being so smart. Just big brain, 5 head, you know. I'm out here playing like 4D chess before I even know what's going on. Like I said, not too difficult, this game, and I get it. Just felt like I accidentally did it the first try and now I have to pay the price of disappointment. Captured. Like a damn dog in a cage. This is not the way of a cat. We need to get the hell out of here. We do a bit of puzzling and get out of here to find some inmates. This isn't really a cheerful place. It's dank, forgotten, and barely kept running, it seems. There's even dead robots here, just littered. But are they dead? Deactivated? Did they just hit the snooze button? Like the robot equivalent of like the soft spot on babies. Wait, B12! Shit, we need to find him. He's not on our back. I did not realize. Shit. Wait, Clementine is in one of these cells, and if we can get to those keys, we can get around. Wow, this place is kind of huge. Why did they need such a big prison? How many people were down here? Here we go. B12, we need to escape with him. I'm not leaving him here. This is like the other Stella sections, but a bit more tense. More at stake here than usual. We gotta get to B12. We turn off the walls around his prison, and we run to get him and escape by the grit of our teeth. He's alive. Thank God.
I feel like I was trapped in my lab's computer system again. All alone. But you came back for me. I can't believe it. You're a good friend.
We escape after some teamwork and some exploration, and after some time we reach the playground and there's robots around and the sentinels. So we lock them up with some hacking. And then we come across some robots that have been erased. That's kind of scary. Like, no more emotions. No more self-awareness. No more memories. Jesus. B12 begs us not to get caught. Man, I really feel for the safety of B12, to be honest. It feels like a fate no one should have to endure. We find a car and open the gate and escape, just barely, but we escape. Leaving this pit seems possible now. Shit, thank you, Clementine. Let's fucking go. We insert the battery, then turn on the train. We're here. At the end. It's all led to this. There's even robots still working here. They must have been working for millions of years. The environment is clean now, not gritty and worn down like down there. It's neat. It's untouched. It's how it once looked and how the city once looked too, most likely. This robot says this is Walled City 99. There's more? There's more cities like this. I mean, I kind of hope so, to be honest. I want a sequel with another setting where we stumble, like, upon a new city. Like, maybe with humans? That would be fucking insane. It's kind of like a Fallout shelter. Wouldn't that be cool? They could have, like, their own little Fallout lore. This door leading to the surface is currently locked due to the confinement procedure. Shit, so close. Look at that, we have a view of the whole city from here, and you can see the several locations we've been through if you look carefully. All the robots here are telling me to go to the control room if we have any problems or questions, so let's go there. We solve a puzzle to get in, and then we enter.
Everyone was dying, and they thought they were above it all. They did nothing to help us. I watched my family die. I felt helpless. I couldn't do anything to save them. But I can still help you. We can still go outside, together. I will carry the memories of humanity and the people I loved.
Me and B12 are going on this grand adventure, and it's really gonna pay off, and we're gonna get out. I feel excited. We're gonna meet our little guys out there too, and we'll have B12 with us. That's a strange group, like cats and a robot. I'm not hating on it. I could dig it. Sequel when? Come on. B12 tells us that he hated the people in the control room. They had everything, and he had nothing like it. He talks about the plague. God, we got a lot at stake here. We need to get out. It's so peaceful here. Like the chairs, the window, the atmospheres. It's a complete shift from what we've encountered in our time here within the walled city. I feel like I can relax now, so I don't stress with finding a way out at the moment. I walk around and try to read the notes, but they're not legible, sadly. I was desperately trying to find some more lore, but found little of value.
This is it. The main computer. According to the mainframe, no one has been here for years. The whole city is stuck in a lockdown cycle from long ago. If we disable it, we should be able to leave. We need to bring the rest of those systems online. These computers hold the data we need. We need to turn them on. While you do that, I'll look for passwords and encryption keys to get into the system.
We fire up the systems, and B12 talks to us. He knows how to open the city, but something is off. He seems to think there's a way around it. Okay. The workstation to open the city is now open because of our little scientist. But there are several layers of security preventing us from using it, and B12 gotta hack some stuff, and we have to wreck what we can to disturb the system. Every time we hack the system, B12 takes a visible damage. It's kind of painful to see, but we're close now. The end is just in sight, so I mean we're there at the end. Let's do this.
The system is taking more than I expected.
B12. He says he can thankfully recharge once we open up the workstation. It has charging capabilities, apparently. Thank the gods. It was looking grim there for a second, and I was kind of worried, to be honest.
I think this little body is done for. It's okay. I'll be alright. Just carry me to the workstation. We can disable the alarm. That's it. We're safe. Listen, I have something to tell you. I knew the power required to disable the city's central control system would be immense, more than this drone's body could handle. But with the security now disabled, I can take control of the system and open the city. Overriding it could destroy my software. I made that choice when I hooked into that first computer and the consequences it could bring. I'm sorry we won't see the outside together. I thought I needed to carry on the memories of humanity, to hold on to the past. I see a future of the companions, and you. Here, let me take that off you.
You were my friend, the very best I could have asked for. Thank you.
We did it. But at what cost? The city is open. The circs are gone. The path is now open. And B12 is gone. He won't wake up, sadly. We can't do anything but rest beside him, forever cherishing our times together. we have to leave now.